Dr. William Samoei Ruto, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Kenya Defence Forces, Principal Secretaries present, led by Dr. Omolo, General Kahariri, the Chief of Defence Forces, the Inspector General, Mr. Douglas Kanja, the Commissioner General, Prisons, Patrick Arandu.
President William Ruto today attended the 20th commemoration of the Regional Center on Small Arms and the destruction of illicit small arms and light weapons in Ngong. The event, which brought together top security officials, was a show of commitment by the government to tackle the spread of illegal arms in the region.
Therefore sends a clear and powerful message. We will not allow violence to take root in our communities, and we remain firmly committed to disarming those who threaten our peace and to strengthen the safety and security of every citizen.
Also present were key security leaders, including the Inspector General of Police Douglas Kanja, his deputy Masengeli, the Director of Criminal Investigation Mohamed Amin, and top officials from the Kenya Defence Forces. The event marked a significant moment in the country's ongoing efforts to curb insecurity and promote peace within its borders and across the region.
What we are doing, this exercising of banning these firearms, is not just an exercise to destroy. There is a major significant message we are passing. First, Your Excellency, is that if we want to sort out the problem of proliferation of small arms, the insecurity problems in our region, in all our 15 countries, it was discovered that it was an exercise in futility to do a disarmament in one country and leave the neighboring country. If you take the example of Kenya, Your Excellency.
But what caught the attention of many was the absence of the Deputy Inspector General of Police, DIG Lagat. His name has recently dominated headlines following a controversial incident that sparked nationwide outrage. His absence from such a high-profile security event has only raised more questions than answers. Lagat has been at the center of a growing scandal involving the death of a young man in police custody. Albert Ojwang, a youth from Homa Bay County, was arrested at his rural home and taken to Central Police Station under unclear circumstances. Reports indicate the arrest was ordered by Lagat himself after Albert allegedly defamed him online. Soon after his arrest, Albert died while still in custody. The exact cause of his death remains unknown. His sudden death and the manner in which he was arrested have sparked protests across the country. Thousands of young Kenyans, mainly from the Generation Z, took to the streets demanding justice for Albert and calling for the resignation or firing of DIG Lagat. The protests quickly gained traction online and offline. Hashtags seeking justice trended for days, while images and videos of demonstrators holding placards with Albert's name were widely shared. Many viewed the incident as a reflection of a wider problem: abuse of power, lack of accountability, and the growing mistrust between young people and the security agencies. In the midst of all this, President Ruto's decision to attend the Rexa event without Lagat by his side is raising eyebrows. Lagat, being a senior figure in the security docket, would have been expected to appear at such an event. His absence may signal a shift behind the scene. It is still unclear whether his absence was a result of an official suspension or whether he chose not to attend due to the ongoing pressure. But many Kenyans are now asking, has the president finally cracked the whip? So far, no official statement has been made by State House or the Ministry of Defense on Lagat's status. However, his no-show has only added to the speculation. Some see it as the first sign that action may be underway. Others argue that it could be a calculated move to reduce public attention while internal investigations continue. Albert Ojwang's case has brought to the surface long-standing concerns about police brutality, arbitrary arrests, and lack of justice for for victims. It has also exposed how quickly public pressure can shape political decision in the digital age, especially when amplified by a tech-savvy and politically aware generation. Today's event in Ngong was supposed to highlight the government's commitment to peace and disarmament, and in many ways it did. The destruction of hundreds of illegal small arms was a symbolic but important step towards safer communities. Yet the shadow of Albert Ojwang's death hung heavily over the occasion. President Ruto appeared focused and engaged during the event, surrounded by his top security chiefs, but the notable absence of Lagat was impossible to ignore. As calls for justice continue to grow louder, all eyes are now on the government's next move. Will there be an official response? Will those responsible for Albert Ojwang's death face justice? And is Eliud Lagat's absence a sign of deeper changes coming to the security ranks? For now, those questions remain unanswered, but today's events has added fuel to a nationwide conversation that shows no sign of slowing down.